Hey everybody, thanks for watching. So yeah, real quick for my Scholar Society members, Occult Science will be out. Manly P. Hall's book on the human anatomy, that is coming up. So you guys will get that tomorrow. So stay tuned on the app for that. It's supposed to be out on the 11th on the calendar, but it's a good video. So it took a little time to get out, but it will be out tomorrow. So you guys will see that up. Good video, a lot of stuff in it. If you're in the society, you know you guys will get it. So this is not a DVD, it's only for the society. But you guys understand, right? You know, this video, I really wanted to get into understanding the occult because it's one of the biggest questions I get me having a society. And of course, people's questions are going to be, is this like Freemasonry? Is your society like a secret society and so on and so forth? And everybody has their reservations about societies and about, you know, what orders and oaths and everything is all about. And it's all spooky, crazy stuff for a lot of people to understand. So I wanted to address that. But before I do that, real quick, make sure you guys, if you are still trying to get the Shopify Amazon course, today is the last day at that price. So make sure you guys grab it because it's going to go up after this. I don't want to hear nobody talking about, hey, can you lower the price? It's been lowered for a long time. Super cheap, under 60 bucks. There's no way in the world you can get something like this for so cheap. That's really going to be life-changing information. And you'll continue to get videos for free. So everything that's going to come out, that's going to add on to this course, that's going to help you along the way, I'm going to constantly be making videos because this is what I do myself. And every time something new comes out, I'm going to be making videos to make sure you guys get it so you can have that information as well, as I just added 2 new videos. So this stuff is going to keep happening. We're going to see huge changes coming when we get stablecoin implemented, when crypto becomes more implemented in our daily lives, right? So we're going to see a huge turnover in how we're paying. That's really going to have a big impact on Shopify stores and people selling online because we're going to see a huge shift in that. Right now, people are shifting away from going to the malls. And, you know, shopping at stores, people are buying more online than ever. And this is the time of the year where that's really coming up. So, you know, if you get in there now, you can get your Shopify store out before the holiday season and make money if you know how to promote well, which I teach you what to do. And of course, you're going to be fine. So everything is there, man. It's up to you guys to go ahead and take the initiative. As I said, it doesn't cost you a shitload of money to start. It's literally going to cost you under 40 bucks to begin. That's it. This is no scam or crazy shit or stuff you're seeing online. This is me. If you know how I break down stuff easily for anybody to understand, this is me doing exactly that and giving you the hookup on stuff that I've been using for years to make money. So you guys see all the money and the traveling and everything I'm doing and everything, the Kemet trips, everything stems from this. So it's up to you guys to go ahead and build that up for yourselves and figure out what you want to do as far as generating extra money. So you can either do this or you can do something else. It's up to you guys. So yeah, I was there for the Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez fight. I did a live stream. You guys saw that. I talked about that in the last live, but of course, the cut feed. I've been doing a lot of things with boxing and being around boxing a lot, as I talked about in the last video, but I appreciate everybody who came out for the live. Been meeting some cool boxers, Shane Mosley. It's cool. Antonio Tarver's people, his manager, his people actually follow my work, so that was dope meeting them, and they knew who I was. So that was pretty cool. So yes, a lot going on with boxing. I appreciate everybody who tuned in for that. But we'll talk about boxing. I know a lot of people ask about what I'm doing and what have you. But we'll talk about that in the society. So yeah. Also, for everybody that's in the society that's going to be taking the Kemet trip, stay tuned. More information coming up. Updated itinerary on what we're going to be doing over there. You guys are going to see that with the updated Greek sites or what have you. A lot is coming out now that we're getting closer to reserving everything. So make sure you guys go ahead and book your spot. We're going to be shooting a documentary over there. And if you're in the society, you'll be involved in everything that comes with. It's a lot to that. So we're going to get more and more into this in our meetings in the society. But to get back to the point, right? Let's get into this video. So yeah, people consider, you know, the occult, esoteric studies, and the things I talk about as being satanic or demonic or what have you. And, you know, it's one of the biggest questions I've been getting lately because of the society and me trying to explain to people that, hey, man, this is not what you think it is. This is not something that is spooky or satanic. I don't deal in any of that as far as practicing. Yeah, of course, you have groups out here. You have people out here that understand the dark side. And if you're an occult person, if you understand what esoterically things are about, then you understand what Star Wars is talking about. You understand what a lot of these movies mean and what the dark side means. There are people like Emu and Goth and people who embrace the darkness, who embrace death and the bad side of things. You have to look around at the world, and you got to understand that people get ahead using evil, right? Evil is a good thing for a lot of groups, a lot of people, because they thrive on evil. They use evil to get ahead. And some people celebrate this. Some people use this because what you would consider evil, they would consider good. You understand? There's a yin yang to the whole thing. I talked about this before. You guys watch Scarface, and people watch Scarface and root for Tony Montana, right? This guy is a fucking murderer. He's a drug dealer. But people are rooting for this guy in the movie because this is the sight that they're seeing it from, is from his point of view, right? So you'll be amazed and you'll be shocked that a lot of the movies that you are cheering for the bad guy, you don't even realize it. So, it's up to you guys to really understand what you're really into and what you're following that is considered to be evil or not. And it's a lot of it you don't even realize is evil. So if you don't take the time to understand what all this stuff is really about, you're going to be left confused. Now, you have me and a lot of people who put out a lot of videos over the years really getting into esoteric and occult. Some people to confuse you and scare you, and some people to relieve you of this stress and get you into the right knowledge. And again, everything is about your choice. You have to choose to accept things. Information is no different. You choose to accept one's teaching over another teaching, or choose to accept what you choose to believe on your own, right? It's up to you guys. And I never want to put it out there that my information is being forced onto you, that you must follow me or anything like that. For the most part, you guys got here because you have been on a journey of research. And that's how I want people to find me. That's how I want people to find my research, when they're actually looking, when they're trying to figure this stuff out. When you go digging, you're going to run into me. So understand, everything can't be true, right? It can't be true that Satan is the god of this world, and what we see as far as the occult is what people are practicing as far as Satanism and, witchcraft or what have you, right? So they can't both be true. It can't be true that these things are true and these celebrities and people are worshiping Satan and what have you and practicing witchcraft, and at the same time praising Jesus. Yet the same people that is talking about Satanism, Kanye talks about Baphomet, wears Baphomet clothes, but walks around with Jesus walks or what have you. Both things can't be true, that he is worshiping Satan and at the same time praising Jesus, right? Even the Bible says you can't serve two masters. I got into that last time. But we know for sure that a person that's following Jesus is not going to openly worship demons and openly worship Satan and wear anything satanic on their body. It's just something that they won't do. So both things can't be true. When you start to understand the good and bad, the yin and yang to it all, you understand why these things are true. So if you get into duality, as I always talk about, you're seeing it play out in so many different things. Every movie has a dualistic story, right? A dualistic plot. There is a protagonist and an antagonist. There's somebody that's good, somebody that's evil. WWE, there's the good guys and the bad guys, right? How it used to be when I grew up, right? So it was like, who's the bad guy? Who's the good guy, right? You have, dark characters, light characters, angels, demons, so on and so forth. Every story is giving you a yin and yang. There's a story. There's a problem in the story, and it's going to be solved by either a light being or a dark being. The story could be around a dark character or a light character. There's always a challenge. There's always duality. There's always a story, and you can add that to your life. Your life is the same way. You are the character. You are the main character of your story, of your life, and you have choices to make, just like everybody does in each of those movies. Their choices lead them into different things, right? So you have to look at all this and understand this duality, good and evil, and it's no different from your regular life and what we all go through. The only difference is choices, right? What you choose is going to be different from what the other person chooses, right? And different circumstances or what have you, but none of it in no way, shape, or form is leading to a cosmic or satanic being or Satan himself or demons or what have you. Demons are you, right? Demons are the bad things in your life that you choose to allow to rule you, to control you. Demons have houses, right? Demons are assigned to certain zodiac signs. Demons are assigned to certain emotions and feelings. And when you understand certain things are under certain, let's just say, planetary houses, and they consume certain energies, when you begin to align yourself with these energies, and they could be from a person, they could be from an addiction, they could be from a lot of different things. It's energies that surround all these things, and you have to choose to allow them within your atmosphere or not, whether it be watching scary movies. Why would you want to do such a thing? Why would you want to put that type of fear into your body, into your energy, right? That's what it's designed to do. So now you're looking in the closet, You're hearing and seeing things that's not there, right? Because you done scared yourself, right? So scary movies I always recommend. Like, some people are built for it, some of them are not. And it's just one of the things I wouldn't recommend, right? If you're a spooky person. But these are the things that add to these ideologies, and these people believing in these scary, spooky things because they seen them in movies. People talking about they talked to demons and they saw a ghost. All that stuff coincides with something you saw in the movie. The same type of scene. I can even name movies that resemble what a lot of these people are saying, right? So you got to understand how things work with the mind and how the mind works. The mind can only go off of what it can perceive. So you watching these movies, you have now created a perception of a certain thing. You have now created an experience that you can perceive in different instances where your consciousness has been altered. So if you're getting high, or if you're scared, because your consciousness is altered in a state of fear, you are not you. So in a state of fear or worry or doubt, things happen. This is why you have to have a sound mind, right? You got a sound mind. You don't believe in these things. You are more rational. You understand that there's an explanation, reasonable explanation for a lot of these occurrences. And it's up to you to accept these things or choose to believe what your, spooky mind is trying to convince you of. Now, there are occultists, right? There are people who choose to deal with these things, to deal with what we call evil, because they know there's power to it and that this evil can be manipulated and used to control people, right? When you begin to pay attention to our world, it's exactly how our world is being run. Fear is at foot everywhere. So they make laws based on evil things. And we had 9/11. We had a bunch of people die in the so-called terror attack that led to a lot of laws and everything that we can't even, perceive because we've been so blinded by the news media and society or what have you. And everybody's scared of it. Everybody's scared of the truth. I mean, think about everything that's been happening, how something that's seemingly so simple to break down like 9/11, right? And the so-called conspiracy theories and everything, people challenge physics itself. You've seen it with your own eyes. There's no way in physical hell that a plane can go through a building the way it did on 9/11. There's no way. And then all of the information that we have about this whole thing, all the stuff that's out there, the passport somehow making it on ground and not burning up like everything else did, the jet fuel, the building falling like pancakes and free fall speed, Tower 7, all this stuff that we see, right? Everything that's happened with Corona, everything that's happened with all the deceptions and the mass shootings and all of the false flags, everything we've been seeing. They have managed for years, for decades, to keep the American people, to keep the world at bay, at foot, because they are able to successfully trick us into believing what they say is completely true, right? And we believe it. And people don't question it. These same people get cheers and they come out and do speaking engagements. All these people that's surrounded by the biggest conspiracies in the world. Bush shows up at a baseball game, he gets a standing ovation. It's crazy. Trump walks into a room, if it's pro-Trump, round of applause. These people are responsible for so much death and murder throughout the world. It's absolutely crazy. But they have been able to successfully deceive us and trick us into believing that what they're doing is somehow for the good of us when we know that's not true. When we can go ahead and be, happy and patriotic that we kill kids, we bomb babies, right? That we bring down buildings on families, that we starve children to death, that people can look at that with a straight face and smile and say America. But soon as a person comes out and try to give you some truth, he's evil. Soon as a person tries to reveal that what's going on in the world, he's an evil person. Not the right in your face evil that we see on the news and everywhere. Not that right in your face, this person, something's wrong with him. He's a murderer. He doesn't care about starving kids and killing kids and genocide. These people get a pass. But anybody that they can reach and touch and, the hate that they're supposed to give these politicians, they'll give to somebody who's putting up a YouTube video. The hate that's in the comment section from people who would never go to these people's websites, to politicians' websites, to find the emails and email these people who never send out any type of correspondence to their politicians or people who they really have beef with. They will go to a video or what have you and troll the hell out of somebody for trying to wake them up. And if that ain't magic and witchcraft that the powers that be have been using on us, I don't know what the fuck is. I don't know what is. These people have put out cigarettes They have put out food. They are literally telling us, dude, we're poisoning your fucking food. We're going to give you sticks that's going to make you addicted to them. And we're going to charge you crazy money to smoke them, knowing that it's going to give you cancer and kill you. And guess what? We have the cure for cancer, but we're not going to give it to you. We're going to let you die, or we're going to treat you until we can milk you out of money and your insurance company allow you to pass away. All kinds of sick shit that we allow